walkthrough, playthrough, review, anything like that. It's just me playing the game badly so you can see what it looks like.
Fighter pilots needed in Sector Wars. Play Astro Blaster.
This is a game that you don't hear an awful lot about. I remember this from way back in the 80s. I used to play it in the arcades and I loved it. It is Astro Blaster by Sega, published by Gremlin, which is quite surprising.
Alert, alert, invader in Sector 1, player 1 to battle station.
That's me looking at my joypad trying to find the, there we go, analog thing. Anyway, yes, so I used to play this in the arcades, no end. And the thing that always got me about it then, and still does now, is the sound. And the actual gameplay is not entirely, oh dear, not entirely different to, I think it's called Mega Maniacs on the Atari. If I remember rightly, Atari Leaf has a video of that. Oh dear. But it's, yes, it's the sound.
Fighter pilots needed in Sector Wars. Play Astro Blaster.
I mean, that synthesized voice is fantastic. But what always got me, and still does, is the incredible bass tone of when you hit the alien ship and it explodes, the sound is really bassy. You probably won't be getting it from this video. I played this at Replay. They happened to have the arcade cab there, and it was the first time I'd seen it in like 20 years or something.
Laser overheated.
Oh dear. And I had a go at it there and absolutely loved it. You know, I had forgotten I'd forgotten how good it was. And the other thing with the sound is you hear that continuous tone, how it increases in pitch and really ramps up the tension. And that was the thing I always found playing this. It makes you so incredibly tense. What's going on the screen might not actually be... Oh God.
One ship remaining. Exercise extreme caution.
You get points for hitting the fireballs.
Fuel status critical. Points. 0 ships remaining. Play over.
Fuel status irrelevant. I died.
Fighter pilots needed in Sector Wars. Play Astro Blaster.
I was also impressed with the speed of it when I first came across this. I mean, it wasn't long after your Galaxians and Space Invaders had been all the rage, and then to see this with it was something to do with the movement and the speech synthesis and the, you know, the overall. It has impact. And
Laser temperature critical.
Shut up.
Laser temperature critical. Laser temperature critical.
Something about it set it apart from the other games that were around at the time, and it's really hard to. If you're seeing this for the first time now, you'll probably be like, yeah, so what? But back in the day, this was something quite special. Because it's, I mean, it's quite difficult, but not overcomplicated. It's just, it stresses you into making mistakes. It gets you in a panic with it talking at you and that raising pitch.
Out on fuel. Play over.
Yeah. It would just stress you into making mistakes. Unlike games like Defender, which are just plain brutal, this isn't.
Needed in Sector Wars. Play Astro Blaster.
If it wasn't bombarding your senses, you'd probably muller it. But it pushes you. It's like being taunted by it, really, with that voice. And there are, I mean, there are quite a lot of elements to consider, because you have your fuel that's constantly going down and your laser temperature, and you've got to keep those in mind, as well as trying to hit the aliens and not get shot by them. It gives you a fair amount to think about while you're playing, which means I'm completely screwed, because thinking and playing are not my strong points. Well, not at the same time, anyway. Quite adequate at both, but never at the same time.
Laser temperature critical. Fuel status marginal.
Oh. Hand-to-eye coordination?
Status critical.
Never heard of it. Bugger.
2 ships remaining. Out of fuel.
You
laying
bastard.
over.
There is a docking manoeuvre that comes along after you've shot that last one. What am I saying? After you've completed that level, you get a docking manoeuvre. That's what I'm trying to say. I just can't get the words out. There are different versions of this where you get different attack waves. This is the one I'm most familiar with. There are several others. It is obviously... That's probably not obvious, but I'm playing it on Mame. Apparently there's a version of this on a PSP Mega Drive compilation. I don't know, I haven't got that, but I've read it somewhere. Highly recommended. Great game. Classic. Astro Blaster. Thank you for watching.